Is Nilo worth it? Hell! Welcome back, my Correctionauts. My name is Spaceduck, and today we're going to be talking about, is Nilou worth it? Okay, so number one, meta does not matter at all in this game. So do keep that in mind. If you do want to pull Nilou for whatever reason, maybe you're a Nilou simp, maybe you like her feet, maybe you like her armpits, I don't know, dude. If you want to pull for her, that is totally up to you. I'm this person going to give my opinions on why I think Nilou is not worth it. So I'm going to have Nilou's entire kit and how she operates, and I'll kind of explain how she works. Okay, so this is Nilou's normal attacks, so you can kind of see that there. I don't know why I didn't show her a charge attack for whatever reason, but anyways, so this is essentially how Nilo works, is that she uses her elemental skill, as you can see here, which will cause her to enter a sword dance and whirling step stance. And essentially, she gets a hydro damage conversion when she uses her elemental skill, which cannot be overridden and is considered elemental skill damage. And the reason why I'm kind of going through this is that I want you to understand, if you don't understand, how Nilo works, and then we can kind of go from there, and I can kind of explain my reason why I do not think she's worth. So yeah, she does use her elemental skill to convert her attacks into hydro, which is considered elemental skill damage. Also, in these stances, Nilou's third dance step will end her pirouette state, which she gets converted into when she uses her elemental skill, which converts her normal attacks into hydro damage. She enters this state. She leaves the state after her third dance step, which I believe is her third auto, and as you can see here, there are certain effects that you do get. During her sword dance state, Nilou unleashes a luminous illusion that deals hydro damage to opponents it touches and grants Nilou the lunar prayer effect. This effect converts Nilou's normal attacks into sword dance techniques, and her final hit will unleash a luminous illusion. So as you can see here, Nilou is unable to perform charge attacks when under the effect of pirouette or lunar prayer. So essentially, she's a normal attack damage dealer. She cannot do charge attacks during this state. So if you go down to her talents here, when she enters this pirouette state, as you can see here, she does hydro damage to nearby opponents based on Nilou's max HP. She is an HP scaling unit, so do keep that in mind. In these stances, Nilou's third dance step will end the pirouette state again, and she will get this rolling step. So alongside the sword dance effect that she gets here, she will get this rolling step stance effect as well. So Nilou unleashes a rolling water wheel that deals AoE hydro damage and creates a tranquility aura that follows your active character around and applies the wet status to opponents with its AoE. Pause. Also, I don't really see it mentioned here. So basically, you do autos to proc the sword step stance, and you do elemental skill hits to proc the rolling step stance. But anyways, moving on to the elemental burst. She begins this dance of faraway dreams and springs that here, causing a lotus of distant waters to bloom, dealing AoE hydro damage based on Nilou's max HP, again, HP scaling unit, and applying the lingering Aeon, I'm probably butchering this effect, to all opponents hit. After interval, opponents affected by lingering Aeon, again, I'm probably butchering this word, will take hydro damage. So this is this more hydro damage that she procs here. So kind of like Riptide. So if we go down to her talents, and this is very, very important, when all characters in the party are all Dendro or Hydro, and there are at least one Dendro character and one Hydro character, the completion of the third dance, so Nilou's third attack proc, will grant all nearby characters the Golden Chalice bounty for 30 seconds upon its completion. So essentially what this Golden Chalice bounty does is that it gives all the characters in your party, all nearby characters, 100 elemental mastery. 100 elemental mastery for 10 seconds whenever they're hit by Dendro attacks. Also, triggering the Bloom reaction will create bountiful cores instead of Dendro cores. So if you don't know, Hydro and Dendro will proc these Dendro cores that do Bloom damage, but with Nilou's passive, as you can see here, these cores will burst very, very quickly, so much quicker than the regular Dendro cores, but essentially these Dendro cores that Nilou procs, these bountiful cores, cannot trigger Hyper Bloom or Burgeon, which basically means that Nilou would be used in Bloom comps only. You cannot proc Hyper Bloom and Burgeon like the regular Dendro cores, so essentially she's gonna be run in very, very niche comps with Hydro and Dendro characters only. So that is number one, is that she can only be used in those team comps, so do keep that in mind. Should the party member not meet the conditions for this passive talent, any existing Golden Chalice bounty effects will be cancelled. So that is essentially how Nilo works. She's a normal attack damage dealer, and she does scale with HP, and she is very, very niche in Dendro and Hydro comps only. So with that in mind, Nilou's going to be a very, very niche character. She can only be run in Dendro Hydro comps only. An example could be Nilou, Barber, or Shingshu with Dendro MC or Kole, even Nahida, which kind of pushes me into my next reason why I do not think she's worth by any means. And again, if you want to pull for her, that's up up to you. This is just my personal opinion. But with Nahida coming up very, very soon in 3.2, which is already leaked by Hoyoverse themselves with the whole 3.1 drip marketing for 3.2, Nahida, the Dendro Archon, the Archon of Dendro. If we look at Dendro MC and how long MC has been in the game, I mean, you start Genshin Impact and you first get MC, which is the main character. And the main character, the thing that one point in time, after 3.0 got added into the game, that the main character could be meta, right? The first character you get in the game for free. Technically a 5-star character, believe it or not. The fact that Dendro MC is meta, just imagine even more how good the Dendro Archon is gonna be. The Archon of Dendro. The fact that Nilou is just a character, and I'm believing that Nahida is gonna be the first character in 3.2. The fact that Nilou is right before the Archon of Dendro, I feel like Nilou, in my opinion, is getting like the Yoimiya treatment. If you look back in 2.0 when Yoimiya first came into the game, right after Ayaka in 2.0, and right before the Electro Archon in 2.1, I feel like Nilou is getting that treatment, that she's right before the Dendro Archon, and the fact that Nilou is bound to Bloom comps only, that you can't even run her in Hyper Bloom and Bertrand comps, and I suppose if you really want to, you could force her in those team comps if you wake up and choose Violence for whatever reason, but ideally, you're gonna be running her in Bloom only. If you have Dendro MC, which you should have, I don't know if you have it built or not, you can definitely run Dendro MC with Nilou. I'm assuming Nahida is gonna be way better to run in Nilou comps for Bloom than Dendro MC, but this also is an option. But yeah, I think she's just way too niche. Even her weapon banner, which I don't really want to get too much into, as this is more so about Nilou and not her weapon banner. Even her weapon is very, very niche as well, that it can only essentially be used on Nilou herself. It kind of reminds me of Everlasting Moonglow, which is another very niche weapon for Kokumi that's pretty much only used on Kokumi. So it's just all around, you know, the whole niche playstyle of being a Bloom character only. Her niche kit, her niche weapon, it just seems very, very niche in my opinion. But yeah, that's essentially the video. I don't want to deep dive way too deep into this, but this is just what I can see at surface level in terms of Nilou. I just think she's a very niche character, especially more so if you're a veteran. Maybe you already have like characters like Aito, maybe you have characters like Child, even comps with Kokumi with Hyper Bloom. There's just a lot of other options you can run than Nilou. Again, it's up to you if you guys want to pull for her or not. I personally would not pull for her. I'm personally be skipping her for Nahida. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below whether you guys will be pulling for Nilou or not. Do you guys think she's worth it? Let me know. I would love to hear it. I'll definitely be looking at all of the comments. So this is going to be the end of the video. Like, subscribe, all the good stuff if you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.
Told my brothers one day we gon' make it. We just gotta grind for that paycheck. Mama told me one day I'll be famous. Remember when she used to say she hate this? That ended with life when I say shit. Now I'm inside all them people's playlists.